Hey friends, so tonight is Hawaiian night and it's just going to be dinner. So if you're new here, we do a theme dinner night. This is going to be the third one now. So we've done a Japanese night and a Mexican night. I'll leave them down in the description below if you want to go back and look at those. So normally what our theme nights consist of is whatever the theme is, a dinner and a dessert. Tonight is Hawaiian night, but we're just going to do a dinner because the dessert recipe I lost. I pinned it, it's gone. I swear I screenshotted it though. All the other recipes, and I've just done Easter baking as well. All those recipes, I screenshotted it, so I accidentally deleted it, or I always screenshot and pin, and it's not on Pinterest either. I know I had it because I've added ingredients in my shopping list to buy things for. And what it was like the homemade Hawaiian rolls, you know, like the Hawaiian sweet rolls. We can't buy them here, so it was a homemade version. Sweet ones, and it had like this coconut sauce that goes on top, so then they kind of end up like a dumpling almost, is my assuming is how it was gonna go. I was so excited for it. I don't know, there was an authentic name to it as well, I remember that. I can't remember what the authentic name is, and I've been spending an hour googling and I can't find it. I cannot find it or anything close to it. I found things similar, but it all requires store-bought Hawaiian rolls, which I can't get. So my options was change the dessert, which are cool dessert things. There's a few pies, and there's like those deep fried donut looking things with like a coconut curd, whipped creamy, cream cheesy filling. There's lots of cool desserts, but I don't have the time. I was not expecting to not do the dessert I had planned, so we're just having dinner tonight. But with that being said, because I spent so long trying to figure out this dessert, I'm running behind now on dinner. So chicken thighs should have been marinated at least a couple of hours ago. We're just gonna whip it up together and chuck it straight in the oven. And then while they're cooking, we'll get our side done. So dinner is Huli Huli Chicken, H-G-L-I, Huli Huli, I think that's how you say it. So it's like a teriyaki crust pineapple juice chicken bake with some pineapple, and then for the side to go with that, we're going to be making an islander, or an island, I think it's called islander fried rice. So it's like that version of special fried rice, and it consists with spam and pineapple, and it's just gonna be really good together. So luckily I did do my Easter baking. If you want to see that video as well, that'll be down below. So we still do have dessert, but it's not a Hawaiian dessert. I don't know, maybe I might need redemption. I might need Hawaiian night take 2. So if you guys got another Hawaiian dinner, then let me know, and I'll be sure to make sure to do a dessert next Hawaiian night. That won't be next week theme night, I'll wait a little bit, but Hawaiian night redemption is coming up. Anyway, I've been chatting on for too long. Let's get these chicken thighs marinated, cooking. I'm running out of time, so I need to stop chatting. Alright, I just had to put some music on and get myself kind of pumped up because this dessert thing has frustrated me, not going to lie. But I got my spirits back high again. So let's make this dessert. I don't know if this is authentic or not. There's a lot of recipes for Huli Huli Chicken, and they all are kind of different from each other. They're similar, but they're different. So I haven't even written it down. From what I've been reading, I'm just gonna also kind of wing it. So half a cup of pineapple juice from a can. There we go, we'll stop there. So it's not completely all that juice, but it's enough. Smells good already. Half a cup of tomato sauce, half a cup of soy sauce, about 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, half a teaspoon of cumin. Oh, I love cumin. Half a teaspoon of paprika, half a cup of brown sugar, pinch of salt. Definitely don't want to add too much salt because that soy sauce is going to be quite salty. I'm just being an absolute grub and rubbing my hands on my clothes as well. I'm awful for that. Pinch of black pepper, or half teaspoon, and you should also mince up garlic. I should mince up garlic. I have fresh garlic, but instead tablespoon of garlic powder. I'm just going to give this a mix, and this is our marinade ingredients. And then we want to put half of this in a pot. Actually, one thing I will add fresh is ginger, because I do have it. I don't have plans to use it any other time. Absolutely love ginger, so I won't be lazy and I will add the ginger. Otherwise, this is our marinade. It smells delicious. So ginger, all I'm going to do is just cut it, trim it up very nice and even, remove these skins. And I'm going to grate it finely. Or should I just slice it? Do I want to wash the grater again? You know what? Considering it's not marinating for that long, I will grate it because that's going to make it juicy as well. Get all that juice out in there. Oh, that's a bad spot. Oh no. I don't know if you can see that, but this ginger, a big chunk of it's not very nice, so I'm just going to cut that off. That's unfortunate. Alright, so I just grated this ginger. Absolutely delicious. I love ginger. So, most of the things when you grate as well is actually kept inside of the box grater, so make sure to shove your hand up there and get it out. And this is very juicy as well. And I'm just going to add this to our bowl. Alright, so I've got my oven already preheating at 180 degrees Celsius. What I'm going to do here in my pot is just eyeball about half of this marinade, and we want to thicken that up and glaze it when the chicken is almost done. So I'm going to pop that on a medium heat. Now we're going to chuck our chicken pieces in here to get it nice and coated. So to make this chicken, because chicken skin is quite fatty, so lots of juices is going to naturally come out. Plus we've got the marinade as well. I'm using my roaster pan so it has the high side, just to avoid any possible spillage if I were to use just like a baking tray. I wouldn't use this one because I had dessert on it and it needs to get washed. But I mean, even that would be okay, but that's a bit too small. But my other tray, which is bigger, has very thin, it's like a cookie sheet almost, and that would, I'll be a little nervous that it was going to overfill with the juices that will come out. So I'm just going to go straight with this one. And no need to toss the chicken halfway through either. So we want the skin side up so it stays nice and crispy. Well, I don't know if it actually will be crispy or not, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So the skin is facing up, and with this remaining juice that already had the raw chicken in it, we're just going to pour it on top. And that will also kind of thicken itself in the oven as well. So now that is ready. My oven's now just preheated, so this is going to go in the oven for, I don't know, I'd say 1 hour. Timer is on, and this glaze here is now starting to simmer, so I want to just keep my eye on this. It's just on medium heat, and we just want this to thicken up a little bit. And then this is just going to top up the chicken, probably the last 10 minutes. So in about 15 minutes, we'll top the chicken with this glaze, and then let the chicken bake for another 10 minutes. And then the chicken should be done. So we just want this to get a little thick. Alright, so this has not taken long. It's probably only been simmering for about 5-6 minutes. And as you can see, it's reduced down quite a bit. And when I put in this spatula, see the lines that it makes? So it still appears runny, but it definitely is thicker than what it was, and it will thicken more when it cools. So we'll turn this off the heat now, and it'll thicken up even more as it cools. So we'll set off that to the side. A lot of the times when I'm baking, I measure my ingredients, but with my cooking, I don't, except for rice. And how I like to cook rice is not what the packaging says, but instead for 1 cup of raw rice, this is just long grain rice. I'm going to be doubling this though, so we're going to do 2 cups. But for every 1 cup of raw rice, I want 1.5 cups of water. And I'll cook it on the stove on a medium heat once it starts to simmer, with the lid on. Once it starts to simmer, I will then time 10 minutes. It doesn't matter if I triple this recipe, the cooking time doesn't change. And then After 10 minutes, I'll remove it off the heat for a further 13 minutes. Still with the lid on, we won't remove the lid. Perfect. Any other way, like if I do what the packaging says, or even not just this brand, but any rice packaging, what it says, I go the bottom. It burns on the bottom, some bits are hard, it does not work out. So, found a way, thanks to Nick actually. He found a little thing on Google, or I don't know exactly what he was looking at, about rice, and he made it, and it was perfect. So I asked him, he showed me, and I'm so thankful that that has not washed out of my head. I don't even cook rice that often, but I remember it, and it works really well. So this rice, I just rinsed it twice. I'll pop it straight onto medium heat. I will get my other spatula just to give it a mix. And when it starts to simmer, I will mix it one other time. So lid goes on now. Once it simmers, I'll mix it, lid back on, and then that will stay on until it's completely done. And then once this lid goes back on, we'll start the timer for 10 minutes, off the heat, 13 minutes, done. All right, so I'm just gonna prep now for the fried rice. We want some of these pineapple rings to top our chicken that's baking, and whatever we don't use will go into, whoops, that one can go into the fried rice because that one's broken. So if we have 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this will give us 7. So I want more than 2. So maybe 3. You know what, let's half it. We'll do 4. So 2 bits of chicken won't have pineapple, that's fine. And we'll do 4. So we want to keep these ones as rings. So I'll just get a plate here. Oop. Oh, that's fine. It's probably going to break when it cooks anyway. So I'm just going to chop this up, not like super fine, but not mega chunky anyway. So I am just going to do it roughly, I think. All right, now the Spam. This is Spam from Aldi. So it's not the Spam brand Spam, but it's still that processed ham in the can. So we'll see how it goes. It always, yuck. It always creeps me out, the thought of that. Disgusting. But, oh, it smells like Luna's dinner. Come on. Also, by the way, I've just turned on my timer for 10 minutes. Yuck. This is a lot of Spam. Is this going to be too much? I don't know. We'll dice it up and fry it all up anyhow, but we'll see how much we actually add to the fried rice. But eating Spam like this, couldn't do it. Nick does. I don't know why. I don't know why he does. But it fried is delicious. You just have to, it's that mental barrier of it processed meat, I think, which I am very fussy in, but Spam, it is absolutely delicious fried. So with this, we'll just cube it up into small cubes. Okay, so I just got a full sharp bone out of the Spam. So that's dangerous. Especially if we were going to make Spam musubi, which I was going to do, but then, like as an appetizer, but then I was like, Spam with the rice and Spam with musubi, I feel like that's just too much and it's too sickly for me. And Spam musubi we have not often, but I do make it a few times a year. It is one of our favorites. But Nick, for some reason, he had in his head that I was making Spam musubi. So if I was, that would have been really not good. That's quite dangerous. But I guess that's just processed food for you. Our rice is done. I just got that cooling, and our chicken has about 7 minutes to go. Ooh, that's looking good. Ooh, she's a bit dark on one, but that's fine. When things burn like this, when it comes to like sugar ingredients, delicious. I'll eat it. But as you can see as well, it's quite drying on the top, and see how much thicker this glaze has now turned out. So that's what we wanted to reserve some of this for. kind of smeared it on. And pineapple, we'll just chuck it on 4 random ones. I mean, that'd be kind of cute if I done 3, that way everyone has a pineapple and not. So you know what? I might just snack on this piece. And now this is gonna go back into the oven for probably only another 5-10 minutes. Ideally, probably 10 minutes, but I also don't want this chicken to overcook either. I didn't really keep track of the timer very well. But back in the oven for about 5-10 minutes. But one thing for sure is it is smelling delicious. And now, to make it smell even more delicious, I got my pan heating up here on a medium to high heat, and I'm just gonna chuck in this spam and let that fry up. So now we're just gonna do our fried rice. Dinner will be done. So it is a little upsetting for me not doing a dessert tonight. This camera is so crooked. I think it's a little better. But yeah, it is a little upsetting for me not doing a dessert tonight, but it's just so much more freeing. And this is coming together, I should say, pretty quickly. Like, this would be a perfect midweek dinner for the busy weeks. Alright, so chicken is now out. It was only in for about 6 minutes, and as you can see, the chicken meat was getting quite dark, but it looks nice and crispy now. Pineapples look raw, but that's okay. Should have done maybe the pineapple an extra 20 minutes beforehand. So to garnish, I just got some coriander. Again, traditionally it's spring onion. They use spring onion to garnish a lot of different dishes. Haven't actually seen them use coriander to garnish any dish with my research of looking for a recipe. But this is just what I have, and I still think the flavors are going to be beautiful, so that's okay. And I also just sprinkled on some coriander as well onto the fried rice, but as well as this chicken. I should have done this when it was more warmer, so it would have stuck better, but some sesame seed as well. Yeah, it's just kind of bouncing off, but that's okay. Oh, yum. The freshness of that coriander smells so good with all the other aromas and things. So I definitely think that little bit of fresh bite is going to go perfect. Okay, so we got a few minutes until Nick and my mother-in-law comes home. So let's taste test this rice. I'm just gonna peas with pineapple and the spam. That is good. The pineapple, at first the texture of the pineapple is a bit mushy, but I am very sensitive to textures. I just want to taste a piece of spam by itself. It's a little soft as well. I feel like this spam is definitely softer than regular spam, but that is delicious. I think this is going to be here. I'm not going to taste the chicken just because it's like a couple of pieces each and I prefer it all plated. But so that's all going to be for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry there's no Hawaiian dessert, but I promise I'll make a comeback. We'll do Hawaiian night again. We'll do a different dinner recipe, and I'll make sure to make a Hawaiian dessert. So if you guys have any recommendations for dinner or dessert, Hawaiian theme or actual like authentic Hawaiian recipes, and let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, yeah, that wraps up this video. I'm really excited to dig in, and now I had a bite of that, my mouth is like, I want more. That was delicious rice. Like I said, came together really, really well, really easy, perfect for a midweek, busy week meal. But thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe down below so you don't miss my future videos. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.